Okay. Drop the music volume slightly. Other than that, I think I'm good to go. Okay, right. I do believe we have us a stream. Hey, just need to put things up in Discord and okay, stuff. Also drop my laptop volume too. Shameless self-promotion, copy and paste. Okay. Solid. Alright, we have us a thing. So, let us begin then. Hello, Raz. And person hosting the stream is Infinite Gay. Correct. Gee. Thanks, Benzo. And hello to you, Existence, as well. I think I turned the music down too much. Okay, so, yes. Welcome to my first From That stream in quite some time. We are, of course, lurking in the vehicle designer. And I plan to tinker with weapons and things for today's session. Maybe even build a weapons fort. Which I think, well, I've never really built a proper weapons fort. So it might be interesting. But if anyone has any suggestions on things they might like me to try and do, then by all means, throw it at me, and we'll see if we can make something happen. Now, to be honest, the few times I've actually built in recent weeks, I've just stripped the weapons off the starting raft and then used that as a platform. But I don't plan on doing that one today, so... Destroy everything, thank you. But yeah, the reason we have a stream actually happening now is because the APS change, as you all know, went live a couple of days ago. And then I like to give it a few days for any emergency patching or changes and stuff like that, because that can happen. And it is a very frequent thing in a lot of games. You know, I don't quite want that shape. Already making changes. Let's do this way. Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Let's see. If I'm going for a weapon fort, I assume you want a selection of weapons, with at least one weapon for each purpose being present, ideally more than one for each. Yeah, true, but I'm thinking more along the lines of I don't actually have a general purpose testing platform. You know? So I do kind of need to do that as well. Also, hello Dan Tucker, welcome to the stream. I think I'm going to wind up doing just like building stuff if I'm going to actually work on an outright... Well, this is not even a fort at the moment. I'm actually making it technically a thrustercraft. But potato, potato, right? I just wonder if it might be a good idea to just build this as a decent thrustercraft and then just go with it from there. Though no doubt this will come back to bite me at some point, but... On the bright side, it means I can deploy it into campaigns if I so choose, so... Yeah. What will be your campaign day craft today, good sir? Don't worry, I'll just take the entire weapon fort out for a spin. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, right. I don't know. Have I built a battle cruiser before? Like glass cannon with really decent guns? Yes, Existence, I have actually. I have built many such crafts. In fact, for a long time, I built almost exclusively glass cannons, which worked out spectacularly for everyone involved, especially the ships, because as soon as the enemy sneezed on them, basically half the vehicles would explode. So, you know. I like to think my design work has improved somewhat since then, but I am not going to hold myself accountable. Not quite enough space there. Oh well. Middle. You know what, this would probably be a lot easier if I was just making more ample use of the prefabbing tool. That'll speed things up a little bit further. But this thing's almost done, so that's why I'm not really bothering. Okay, one basic pad. Check. Let's see, Razul, in that case, one anti-capital ship weapon, one shore bombardment weapon, one small, one large anti-air weapon, one anti-brawler / anti-suicide weapon, and one anti-small ship weapon. Okay, Existence asking if it's realistic? No, most definitely not. I don't tend to build realistic crafts, sadly, so... I know I probably dashed your hopes there a little bit, but I'm not a realistic builder, and that's... honestly, not because I look down on that kind of thing. I know sometimes people do it just because they don't flat out like building realistic crafts. It's just that I don't have the personal skill for that kind of thing, usually. So I leave it to those that are better at it. And I just build what I'm good at. Which is usually fairly functional stuff. But, hey. Okay, let's see. But as for what I'm doing right now, though, I am working on a interior platform kind of thing. And I've missed a part, obviously. Okay. But then I'm going to copy and duplicate this platform a couple of times, and then this is going to serve as the basis for what I'm going to build weapons on. So that's my rationale behind what I'm doing here. Ballistic cannons can improve your building skills. This is true. I mean, I don't know if you've spotted Existence. I was starting to build some very orky-looking abominations with lots of railings and things on them. The reaction was mixed, to say the least. But I'm actually starting to add little details to my design work, which I think is turning out okay, and I think I'm going to keep on trying to do that. Especially since it resulted in what people decided to call the Dragon Cannon. Which I do intend to work some more on at some point. And I know this is probably not, well, I was kind of paranoid that it's not the most interesting thing to watch when I'm just randomly building something like this, but I like to think it'll come in handy. And at least it looks like something already, which is what I kind of like. Hi Adama, welcome to the stream. And welcome to you as well, Skypian. Damn, damn, need more fibre. Yeah, have fun with that one, Damon. I know you're working today though, so. Oops, that's not going to be straight. Need to have a central block in. Oh no, I need a central 3 block actually. Maybe this is a bit over-engineered or something. I don't really know, but this creation of shape. Yeah, this is I find I have like one or two approaches usually when I'm working on something. Either I start systems first, and then the shape usually comes from that, or I come from it, yeah, or I come from it from a whole perspective. So I start working on the shape first, and then it goes from there. This one is just starting out with some whole mode first. Is that the right width? Yep, that's the right width. Okay. So that said, I am very happy with the inclusion of the invulnerability tool, which means that such a fortress as this doesn't actually need to be built with an eye towards actual survivability, which is quite nice, I must admit. And of course, I can't resist just like trying to build some of my quote-unquote style that I've been doing of late into this thing as well. So that's kind of why I'm just buzzing around, shaping it up as I am. Though don't worry, we are going to pick up speed though once I get this first piece installed. In fact, I should probably just work on 1/4 and then spin it. Yeah, that'd be faster. Let's do that. Let's build 1/4 of this and then copy and spin it. I think that's a suitable internal volume. Okay. see. Did I just fill up a space with 1 block? Yes, I did. I fully admit to it. I admit to my grievous sin. Oh my god, I used 1 meter blocks for something. But it's not all bad, if I'm honest. And I will change those blocks out for something else rather than wood. I just did that really as well, I use 1 meter blocks like that to mark boundaries and things, usually. Or when I'm just like quickly slapping something together and then I'm going to replace it later. So yeah, I'm not against using 1 meter block like this. Especially since I'm going to actually need to use some along here as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to take... let's go for some decor, actually. Let's use some alloy plates. Like that. And there we go. So there are wooden blocks under there, but now they look pretty. So I hope that mollifies you somewhat. Dan Tucker... Wait, and at Dan Tucker, yep, did I miss something? Well, I'm going to scroll back in the chat just a second. American version of dropping... Oh, right, okay. Sorry. Yep, understand. Am I in the current stable or the beta? I am in the currently stable version. I just wasn't willing to really do anything with it until it had been out for a little bit. Because sometimes I know that games have a last-minute patch in the days following release if there's something particularly wrong with them. So I wanted to give it a couple of days before I seriously tried to start building stuff. And since there doesn't seem to have been any major changes, I assume that things are stable. At least for the most part. So I'm willing to try and build stuff. Okay, let's fill in the gap there. And we have ourselves what is almost a piece of platform. We just need to actually finish it up a little bit. Prefab mode. Okay, that should be about right. That deck pattern looks familiar. I'm not sure where I picked it up from exactly. I just like to use it because the interlock does make it a bit more resilient to incoming damage, though it's also more of a pain to try and build it into stuff as well. That didn't work quite right. Interesting. It didn't copy the deck pattern. Oh wait, it's because I had the thing the wrong way around. Of course. Right. Whoopsie. Oh. Oh, it's because mirror mode's on. I see. That is just kind of weird, honestly. So it didn't copy the side I was thinking of. Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the stream. We're getting a bunch of the regulars dropping in, aren't we? So there we go. I think that looks a bit like a weapon platform of sorts. Now we just need to get it sorted out a little bit better. So let's drop it down a bit further, like about there. And increase the stats a bit further. And you will see my true genius as I duplicate this abomination. Admittedly, this is I know this is going to be a lot of clicking on your end because there's a lot of stuff being replicated here, but yeah. At least this is only going to be for this part of the video. I'm not going to use prefabbing much after this point. Oh dear. Yeah, no, the ears. I feel your pain. It's actually, I think, more unpleasant for me because I can't readily change the volume on it. I do wish that was a bit quieter, if I'm honest. Oh. Mirror mode strikes again. It's appearing over on that side. Great. Clicking on 10 intensified, yes. Expandable weapons platform. Okay, this time I've learned my lesson. I'm going to turn mirror mode off so I can actually place it where I want the things. Oh dear. No, unfortunately it doesn't speed it up if I'm not looking at it. Yeah, I know your pain. Does it again. Just pause. Oh! Does it? Unfortunately I can't pause in build mode. And this thing won't fly right on its own. Also, when I leave build mode it stopped doing it, so I've got to go back and do that one again now. Oh well, nice thought though. I've got to be in build mode for it to actually do anything apparently. We've got 4 pads. I'm afraid we need 9. So here we go. Oh, hit escape. No, I think it's going at the same speed. Ooh. What are these for? Shortest Viking, this is intended to be like a weapon testing fort. Yeah, I do think it's... Admittedly, there used to be a much bigger difference, but I think it's because when they updated it for multi-threading, my system could handle it better, so I'm not really noticing it back much anymore. Okay, let's delete this and expand it. Oh, that's the maximum width. Oh, no. Yeah, so bad news, guys. I can only do this one platform at a time. So it's a non-fortress test platform. Yeah, I was thinking of making it a fortress type, but then I thought, you know what? Let's make it a bit more agile and maneuverable, and so it's going to be a non-fortress one. Though this does mean, of course, it needs to be operational with PID and stuff, which is kind of why I'm doing this to it. Don't worry, the clicking will stop soon. Oh, God. Anyway, while I am torturing you guys and making you regret ever coming here, does anyone want to suggest Anything they would like to see me kind of trying to work on. And technically I'm building 4 platforms extra compared to what I absolutely need here. But I think that's okay. Because I might as well just make like 9 of them. Because why the hell not? Yep, you made a bunch of suggestions already, Raz, yeah. I asked again because a load of people have joined since then, though. Benzo is giving us incoherent autistic yelling. Yeah. And sorry, Ethan, this is not meant to be punishment for you not watching me for a month. To be fair, there's not been much content for a month. So, yeah. Hello, British Knights. Or Mini Ninja. Welcome to the stream. Am I sure I want to take suggestion? Whoops. Splashdown. Am I sure I want to take suggestions from the likes of you guys? Well, I'm sure I'll regret it, but hey, I never mind trying to work on things with people watching. And don't worry, this is the second to last one as well. So, isn't APS what's important right now? Yeah, you're not wrong there, Viking. The APS change is the thing that stopped me from playing From the Depths much for quite a while. Yeah, actual building zones can be smooth. Because I just decided to go with 9 platforms because why the hell not? Mega Pack Cannon? Could be an option. I don't believe Pack has received any tweaking in a while, and it's, well, apart from... I know Dan remembers this, that we had problems with saving the actual firing states and things. APS guns don't even damage wood. Ethan, I think that's because of that's because of the changes to the AP values more than anything. So if they're not damaging wood, I think you need to adjust your shells. Oh, and yeah, there was changes to Hesh and to disruptor rounds as well. Well, those are the biggest changes now. And rejoice, the clicking is done. Ah, the clicking is done. Your ears are safe for the moment. Okay, let's. That pat thing was a bug. Yeah, it was, but it is listed in the patch notes as being fixed, which is why I mentioned it. Save the BP just in case. Okay, that leads me to something else then. What kind of name should we give this thing? I dread asking, but yeah. In fact, should I give you guys control over the name at all? I think that's probably the better question. Oh, well, it's too late now. I did kind of ask, so. Oh dear. The Expanse. Ooh. Benzo's saying expand. Clean up the edges of the platform to nowhere. Yeah, that could do with a little bit of cleanup actually. I'm just giving this thing an easily accessible control section now, so this is where the AI is going to sit, as well as the PIDs I need to keep this thing stable. just somewhere easily accessible and quite central as well. But smack in the middle of this quote-unquote fortress is going to be the mainframe. There we go. The wireless is going to be there. And I'll add the requisite PIDs to here. Let's get this thing set up. Means sea level, bait point set to 20, propulsion vertical. This one is the roll PID, which will predict things half a second in advance. I'll also change you up to half a second in advance. You're also half a second in advance, but you are the pitch control. There we go, that's all the PID set. Default AI things can be a reasonably good job. True, I'm just very used to the PIDs, so I think that's why I keep using them. Okay, and this is also why I built these things with a central bank of 9 thrusters underneath. You're a roller. You're a pusher. Yep. You're also a roller. Did I spread that one to neighbours? I don't think I did. No, I did not. Pusher, spread. Can't forget to spread them because I need to get these things working properly. Okay. Then back center here, you are going to be a pitch control, which you are by default. So the front pad should also be a pitch control. Pitch down. Right, these guys are going to be roller plus pitch down. So I'm tuning the corner ones to get things sorted out as well. You're a roller, and you also pitch down. Admittedly, maybe it's not the most efficient to have these guys respond at full throttle, but hey, details. You're a roller, and you also pitch up. And set up the last one in the corner. Oh wait, sorry Raz, I didn't spot your comment. Why not make the outside ones pusher plus roller? Oh, right click on them to set in addition to. Oh, I wasn't aware of that one. Okay, that is useful, thank you. Okay, lastly, we need to give this thing some means to power the jets. So I'm going to use the center rear platform for this, I think. We'll add in RTG banks to this area. That should be plenty, I think. Famous last word. And we'll also give this thing a monster battery back here as well. What have we got? We've got 1.2 million power now. We've just passed 1.5 million power. I think that's probably going to be enough for most purposes, so I'm just going to attach the engine to that now. And it doesn't work. Right. Whoopsie. I didn't anticipate that. Power. Yeah, we need more power. All that and it doesn't work. Well, actually, more accurately, it's only got the central block actually trying to provide pushing force. So. Oh, now it can with that extra set. Unfortunately, I need that. I need this one to be a pitcher. So I think I'll actually switch the corner blocks to pushers. Oh well. This is. It doesn't work perfectly every time though. So pusher spread. At least with this slot, it's going to make sure it stays in the air. And admittedly, this craft is a bit bigger than I'm normally stabilising, but hey, details. At least this is logically spread out by segments, so it should be okay. There we go, that arrested its fall very, very quickly. Unfortunately, it's slowly drifting backwards. Okay, increasing the aggressiveness of the stabilizers, because, well, probably going to need that eventually. And it should be good to go. It lives! We have a platform that slowly moves away from where you want it. Perfect. Okay. Weapons with high recoil. Yeah, well, you do need, unfortunately, you do need to have recoil absorbers to maintain accuracy on most weapon systems. So that can't really be helped too much. Also, I think this is a convenient way to try and use these things. Just slap engines on them. That should be good, right? Nice and convenient. You guys are turners? Yep. So this will allow them to become mobile. Nice and convenient. And it means I don't have to bother stripping off the parts. At least in theory. It's not because I'm being a lazy sod, not at all. Behavior, resource, maneuvering, add maneuver. Let's add a ship tank maneuver. See? It lives! We have a thing! The expanse moves. Yeah, the slightly moving square swarm. Now, unfortunately, the suggestion of the expanse kind of like clicked with me because I do kind of like that show. So yeah. Expand is better. Springboards jumping in the water. No, they were left over from the prefabs. Maybe I should set this into fortress move, actually. Maybe then it would just try and stay in one place rather than like trying to circle around. The joys of making a platform that's not a platform. Fortress maneuver. And it doesn't know what to do with itself. Okay. Noted. Dash. Sure. Well, this thing is going to be quite happily circling around, trying to do its own thing. Oh, hover maneuver instead of... Oh, wait. We don't have any strafe drive, though. That might be a thing. Maneuver, hover maneuver. I've never actually used the hover maneuver. I get the feeling I should set some things for your... YouTube says I'm playing 7 Days to Die. I specifically changed it not to. YouTube. YouTube, how could you do this to me? Tinkering some tags from the depths. Live dashboard. Come on up, please. Tell me what I am doing. YouTube. It's not YouTube being YouTube, is it? Little no. Actually, sorry, Ethan, but yours is actually out of date. I just loaded up the stream settings and it says it is from the depths. So. So yeah. I don't know. I think it's just YouTube hadn't caught up with me editing it before I started the stream. But anyway, the last thing this thing needs though is sensor packages, and then we can get started actually building stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Misc decoration. No, I want decoration. Yeah, I want a couple of metal plates. Then detectors, I'm going to add in 360 cams. Laser rangefinder, gimbal track cam, so basic sensor package. Like that. And I'm also going to switch that one over to the wireless receiver. So there we go, that's going to be local sensor package. Yep, that's all I need. Yay. Oh, I thought the well, I was under the impression that the alpha was coming out last week, but yeah, I think I'm up to trying to check that out. Give me a second to install more sensor sets in here. Right, so that's all the sides and all downward tracking. We lastly need the upward tracking, which is going to be handled over here near the AI core. For which I think I just want to install 2 towers. That's it. There we go. That should give this thing perfectly adequate sensors. Of course, it needs the processing to drive said sensors, but hey, details. Box cards. Also needs processing power for other things as well. we're only 71%. This is a hungry machine. Mind you, it does have a lot of 360 cams, so not entirely surprising that. There we go, that's plenty. But yeah, this is a very, very hungry beastie for processing power. There we go. And it's still just quite casually wandering around. Hungry boy. Whereas the AI and system is up there, it doesn't really need to be inside the box, because I'm gonna do that. So this thing is now indestructible. But if this thing does need to actually be deployed in somewhere where it's not indestructible, that central bit just needs to be up armored. So, yeah. Oh, you mean on our 7 Days to Die stream, Dama? Give me a sec while I save this thing. Save you. You are... I'm going to go with... weapon platform. Save. There we go. Right. Now we're good to start doing stuff. Does it have enough extra processing power to a bunch of weapons with their own detection on them? It has excess for what it's got. It's got a lot of processing. Sorry, it's got really accurate tracking in all directions. Let's set this for high accuracy fire because I like high accuracy weaponry personally. I can always adjust this for testing different things. But yeah, this thing is ready to start, I think. May you provide me with a dummy to shoot at? Sure, if you want to. And, sorry, yeah. Yes, Dama, you were farming and then going into a bit of hybrid while I was speccing into intelligence to build all this stuff, and you were just always breaking my tools. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. What stuff did... was suggested so far? Oh, Dan Tucker actually suggested an effective medium-sized cram. Yeah. Let's see. Raz suggested a whole bunch of stuff. British Knight suggested a powerful pack. I'm looking for the list of stuff that Dama suggested I kind of need to have on a weapon platform. So, just scrolling back trying to find all that stuff. Or maybe I should just go back to prefabbing massive sections just so I could destroy everyone's ears. That sounds like a good idea. But yeah, it already has the air harvester installed, Dama. Though it was suggested that I switch it to a hover rather than a ship/boat. Anti-ship capital weapon, shore bombardment weapon. Okay, I think the first project this craft needs is a flipping to-do list, if I'm honest. Let's go ahead with that. Sure, that'll work, I suppose. So, to-do list. This is not going to be in any particular order, because Unfortunately, I'll get to it when I get to it. Ooh, text screen. Try one of these. No, that's. I'm not sure what that's doing. Let's find, where's the signs got to? Are they under MISC? No, no, there it is. I'm just blind. Oh dear. Okay, to-do list. I think the sign texture needs an update, honestly. And I know this is a rubbish sign, but sorry, a rubbish thing. In fact, that's not good. Floating signs it is, sure. Why the hell not? It needs more space for text and stuff, so hey, details. Right, let's get this stuff copied. So, we need a mid-sized cram. We need a big pack, question mark. We need a anti-cap ship. Another cap ship weapon. Shore bombardment weapon. Shore bombard weapon. Sure. One small. AA weapons, okay. Don't worry, I'll get back to the chat in a moment. As soon as I get this everything from way back. Anti-roll or anti-suicide weapon. Okay, that's that. One anti-small ship weapon. Anti-small ship weapon. Okay, we've got a bunch of little things in there. And now I am catching up with the chat because I have been ignoring the chat for a little bit because I was scrolling up so I couldn't do a thing. Right. Starting 5 minutes ago, roughly. Too much to know, sir? Damn it, you were breaking tools on the zombies' faces. Oh, so I'm going to ignore the fetish talk. Use a lure block as a to-do list. I've never really used it. Pack is relatively... Yeah, I agree with British Knight. Packs, people might not like them that much, but it is one that's balanced pretty heavily by how much power actually goes into it for how much it produces. In that respect, it's a simple weapon, in my opinion, though it's a pain to work out the pipework. Grage, best name, sadly. What about docking station? Could be on a 2-axis spin block. Completely symmetrical 3-barrel turret. Oh, those are easy, but sure, I'll add that one to the list. well, the internal mechanism won't be perfectly symmetrical, but okay, moving on. Where the cannons are exactly the same. The problem is the internal mechanism is kind of tricky for a 3-barrel, depending on how you work it. Dan Tucker says a mine launcher. Fine, sure. I don't know if anyone caught it on Dammer's Discord of late, but I have been working on volley launching missile turrets this week, and I'm very interested in what I've worked out for that. A target dummy. Yeah. Target dummy. Sure. I do want a target dummy. That was from Dammer. Ethan asks, what the best advanced shell cannon? Wait, why is Benzo saying everyone else? Have I missed something? No, Benzo was talking about the 3-barrel cannon. Okay. Ethan asks, best shell for Team God. Yeah, I agree with what Shortest Viking said shortly after that, which is frag cannons are very powerful against deep water guard for the most part. Dammer, is there a way to turn on remote enemy simulator remotely? I do not know. Shortest Viking, most anything will kill deep water guards. Raz likes packs. They don't like that they ignore all defenses. Yeah, that's something else to bear in mind as well. The fact that the shield projectors got changed in this update too. A big fat anti-everything weapon. This is true. The internal mechanism needs to be symmetrical. Well, I think going cake style will probably be the easiest way to do a symmetrical 3-barrel cannon, if I'm honest. Yeah, that sounds better. Right. Crispins, welcome to the stream. Better way to learn new face changes from the mighty Iron Razul. Haha. To be honest, overall there's not really that many changes apart from the recoil system affecting accuracy. If you know the Tetris for the cannons before, then you can more or less put together one now. It just won't quite be as well optimized. Though admittedly, they sound a lot better, I think. Pack shotguns, pack uncountable. I'm trying to I'm still sorry, guys. I'm still trying to catch up with the chats. For the pack, go with lens enders in a pack of 12, 4 times 3. British Knight, could you please expand on that for me a little bit? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. Rails game was getting worse with each other. It stopped. To be honest, small APS has been hit much harder with this update than big APS. Small guns need more extensive reworking, but larger weapon systems actually still perform relatively well. You repeat that you sent the dummy in Discord. You can repeat that. I will try to grab that. So I'll just open Discord and my file system. That needs a moment to sort itself out. And I am now caught up with chat. Huzzah! With chat up to this point. Okay. So noted. As I go into my constructables folder, I'll open the for viewing folder. I do need to sort out my flipping internal systems here. Okay. Right. Sorted. Let's go ahead and do something, I suppose. Oh, we do need actually... It might be kind of important to have ammo in this thing, now that I think about it. Let's actually do that really quick. I'll use the aft port side pod for ammo supplies. So that'll be ammo storages. I'll go for the... Let's go for these two. No, I want to keep the plot. let's use this one. It'll fit in a bit better. Nice, shiny, and explosive. Okay. I think I've got enough ammo. Elliot says an anti-air gun. Welcome to the stream, Elliot, by the way. Yep, anti-air gun is already on the to-do list. Specifically small and large caliber ones. So, yeah. Main part of the pack doesn't need to be the shooty end. You can still mount 3 weapon controller, central pack. This is true, British Knight. I would note, however, that is a style I call mini packing, since you can just snake the smaller pack lens up to where you want it. But if you're having a system firing just from the sub lenses, you can't use a failsafe on it, because if you're keeping the main pack assembly lens safe deeper in the hull, the main lens is the only place it actually does a failsafe check from. So yeah. So you have to be careful if you're building a small lens pack. So has Discord powered up? It has. Okay, Discord is open. Dammer sent me something. A BB-01 Cerberus. Oh, you sent me a battleship to shoot at. Gee, thank you. Okay. I will download that. Got a battleship to shoot at. Check the folder. Wasn't the Cerberus your latest project, if I recall? Or am I thinking of something else? Okay, get the Cerberus into here. Got it. Okay, we have a Cerberus we need to load in. Let's go ahead and load that vehicle in. Cerberus. It was the BB Cerberus. There it is. Yeah. I think I might have seen this one before, actually. Cerberus, all weapons off, all AI off. Also, you're indestructible. So there we go. You are my guinea pig. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Did I finish the Rexarius? No, Dan, I did not. Rexarius has been absent for a little while. Why are you bouncing around like that? Okay. Rexarius has been absent for a little while because, frankly, I wasn't happy touching it until the actual changes came. So I was waiting for the update that came out a few days ago entirely for that. Anyway, let's start working on some weaponry now. So yeah, now that the APS update has come out, I am actually going to be resuming work on the Rexarius. So that's something that's going to be appearing, starting fairly soon. Okay, let's do a small AA gun, I think. Let us begin with a 1 turn. Probably break it. I've actually... Well, actually, that's the thing. I actually checked the Rexarius yesterday, and the big gun systems actually work fairly well on it still. However, all the guns need a retune for the new system, and the weapon balance needs to be shifted as well because of the changes to HESH and in particular disruptor shells. So yeah, that's something that needs to be worked out. I'm kind of pondering how big I want this thing to be. Let's start simple. Let's go with a 5 meter long. Yeah, let's go with a deck mount 5x5 turret. That sounds reasonable, right? Nah, damn, you didn't send me anything, so yeah. Yeah, yeah, I remember you mentioned that, Viking, that I just have to cut the barrel short and add some recoil to them. Truthfully, even the 500 Sabos can still fire on the Rex Iris. They just the initial shot will be 0.2 in accuracy, and then from there it'll maintain fire at 0.37, which is not bad, but definitely still needs work. Actually, let's add a bore evacuator into this thing, and then we'll add a flat 4 meter barrel right now. Now we need ammo for this, so over here. What would make a decent shell? I'm thinking this is meant to be relatively small. First shot always misses? Depends, honestly. Clipless guns. Actually, Dan, clip versus clipless, there is no longer a penalty for number of autoloaders. So there has actually been a change there. Also, you don't actually have, with multiple clips, you don't actually have to have ammo in the clip for it to apply its fire rate. It's now a flat +1 to fire rate increase, like it was like another autoloader. So in that respect, the new system has actually been simplified a little bit. Blackhead, I suppose? Let's tune this for a 150, I guess. Actually, 1 meter will be... This will fit for 150. Let's check the cannon system. You are 120. 230. If I tell you to be a 2-barrel, you will become a dual 118. Not too bad. Not too bad. I kind of want to make this thing a little bit bigger. Let's make this thing a little bit bigger. Twin barrels, 146. That should be decent. I think it's a good caliber shell. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this thing looks like as a 146. As a 146, you are. No, not a 186, a 146. Thank you. I forgot the defaults back to 18, which is kind of irritating. 1 meter shell, fine. So this can be belt loaded if required. Needs 4.7. We'll have that with just a 4 meter one. Do we want to use flak or do we want to use frag or something? Existence has sent me a battleship as well. Okay, yeah, I'll load that in. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of interesting little bits in the patch notes, Dan, which was the first thing I looked at. Which is why I think there's actually some good things in there as well, and the rest I'm kind of neutral with. Let's see, Existence, you have sent me the A150 UN Osaka. Okay, downloading. Showing my folder. AN Osaka, you are being transferred to... As soon as you stop lagging. There we go, right. Osaka, you are in the 4B folder. Got it. So yeah, do we want AoE or do we want fast-firing frag or HE shots? I'm leaning kind of towards a maybe a frag shell, if I'm honest. Let's see what a frag shell will look like. Okay, this one is a speed of... Well, effective time is okay. Shell length, barrel length, shell power. Where's the speed gone to? I've completely forgotten. Oh wait, no, there it is. That's one of the things. They reordered the stats in there a little bit. 379, that's okay-ish. Okay. Dama, as a quick favour, would you please check if they added the 1 meter custom jets? They did. I can tell you that for a fact. It's probably the first thing I looked at actually. So yeah, air, custom jets, and then we've got all the 1 meters just over here at the side. And they're actually pretty nice. I like them. I've just not done anything with them yet. But it's the same system though. It is the same system. Okay, so this frag shell, battle cooldown of 6 seconds, reload time 20 seconds, 3 RPM per intake, ammo cost is 54. That's another change, by the way. Casing pieces only cost half the amount of ammo now, so that's something. Battle cooldown is 6 seconds, I can do something about that. 12 frag, 60-degree cone. Okay, that seems alright. I'm going to add in a timed fuse to it though, I think. Yeah, 952 frag damage, 11 frag, so that should be okay-ish, I think. Since no one else has actually suggested a different shell, let's go with that one. This can be belt loaded, of course, so let's go ahead and belt load. Another nice thing about the changes is that they actually give you a lot of stats now on the system that you previously had to try and calculate for yourself. Like, it gives you all the RPM limitations and things so you can work out what the RPM is being dropped by. But on the auto loaders, it also gives things like total uptime for a belt fed loader, based on number of inputs and things like that. So it tells you how much of the time it's going to be working properly. Like this one is going to be active for 78.9% of the time, which isn't too bad. Though I can do something to increase this if I go ahead. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, let's drop this thing out the back slightly. Another good change is that gauge coolers, they used to have odd connection issues. Now they've actually been improved, and they also double as a cooling module as well. So now they actually serve an additional purpose, which I quite like actually. And we'll add the laser targeter on the front here, just so this thing can actually tell when it's trying to shoot something. So yeah, this thing right now, it's saying the autoloaders give it a limit of 18.1. The ammo intake rate is 72.2. The cooling limit is 62 RPM. So yeah, it's the autoloaders are what's limiting it right now. So let's double up the autoloaders. And now the autoloaders can handle 36 RPM, the ammo intake is 144.5 RPM, so 36 RPM out of this thing. It's looking okay, I think. Yep. Kind of want this thing to be doing something else, so let's go ahead and set this thing down to a 40 RPM shot speed. Not too bad. Yeah, that's one thing that I really like. They've changed the gun sound so much right now. Maintains a steady shot speed. Minimum accuracy, yeah, there's some stuff around. Yeah, as long as I'm not going out of my way to make a bad shell, it's probably going to do the job. This is quite true, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get the minimum accuracy set down. And this thing is a kind of sluggish rate of fire, let's be honest. But potentially about 10,000 raw damage at AP6. Frag cone of 60 degrees. It's not too bad at all. It suffers from a slightly slow shell speed though, 395. But it's meant for a small gun, so there's not much we can do about that one, I don't think. You want, yeah. You can still get fast firing, but it's, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing rigged up for auto fire then. AI, local wep, install, and we will add the wireless underneath. Let's give this thing something to shoot at. Raz did provide the target over there. Actually, we want to spawn in Existence's target as well, so let's do that too. Which I'm going to park around here, I think. Well, which one was it? There we go, the Osaka. Just going to load in. Yeah, that took a moment. Oh well, yep, Existence, you've done a nice job once again. For those that don't know, Existence builds a lot of realistic ships. But yeah, this looks pretty darn nice, I think. Ooh, hey, life rafts. Yay. Okay. 1.5 million RP. I don't know, did you read that right? Let's have a look. Load vehicle. Osaka, yeah, 1.5 mil. Gotta admit, this thing is not really meant to try and do stuff to a ship like this. But let's go ahead and give it an enemy simulator part on it. Give it a minute. Activate. And the Osaka self-activates. Existence, how could you do this to me? My precious weapon platform is taking no damage. I didn't expect you to have an auto activation on it. Oh well. The small AA gun is. Yeah. Small AA gun is steadily piling out damage though, so it's. I don't know. Do you guys think this game? Average the sensors on my platform? I already did that, Raz, when I first installed them. Unfortunately, this is not an anti-capital ship gun, so these are not a good test, but at least we can see the Osaka shooting at something for 60 seconds, so. So actually, Viking, sometimes craft do need an auto activation. I have used them on some of my designs before. Okay, good, there it goes. According to this, oh wait, I think that was some outbound shells. But yeah, that was slowly dealing kinetic damage to the target. But I'm going to despawn the Osaka now. Osaka, you're out of play. Your habit of shooting stuff is not appreciated. Even if it's what you're meant to do, it's not appreciated. Let's get this thing some actual genuine targets. Enemy spawn, give me a plane, give me a Gotha. and splash. Okay, the Gotha was a bad choice. Noted. We need a different target. You gave me a genuine target. Yeah, you did, but I'm trying to see how well this thing works against planes that are flying around. Honestly, this is not doing very well. Oh, until it gets a direct hit. But it's still not doing too well. I'm sorry, guys. This is not a very good cannon. I don't think. I think this thing needs to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Oh dear. I'm not too happy with the performance of this thing. Unless you switch it to an airburst frag or something. Sorry, an airburst flak rather. Let's try that. Let's switch it to a flak head. Okay, this thing is 510 damage within 20 meters of just about. I'm going to clear your clips. And let's see if you work okay as that. To be honest, I'm building this weapon smaller than I usually do, but it's like... Do I have a laser targeter? Yes, I do. It's hidden right on top of the fire piece. Oh yeah, that's immediately doing more damage. Oop. Yeah, I think on the small one, flak seems to be a good idea. Maybe I should have upped the caliber a little bit though. Yeah, I think that's got it. Small AA flak cannon, definitely. Damn me for hiding stuff in plain sight. What kind of autoloaders? Belt feds. 4 belt feds on it. Yep, I think it got it. Okay. What can I do to boost its firing rate? Now, their firing rate is a bit low. I could drop the shell a little bit. I don't want to drop the payload on it, but I can make the shell shorter. Let's try this. So, I'll drop you to a time fuse back there. Then we'll have the flak warheads. So this is now going to do 386 and an 18. But it's going to cool down faster, it's going to load faster, and it's cheaper. So let's try that as an alternative shell. Just need to clear the clips on the cannon. The problem is, we're trying to build a small gun and we want to try and get some faster fire rate out of it. So it's like, yeah. Let's try this again against the Shrike. Still in loading phase, aren't you? There it goes. By itself it's not that impressive, but I think really this kind of cannon is meant to be working as part of it. It's definitely trying to do something though. Alright, let's try a slightly alternate configuration, I think. let's see. I want you to switch over to a quad barrel, because basically why the hell not? And I'll also increase the caliber as much as it can stand. Let's double check this on the actual ammo piece. How much can you handle before the belt loaders can't handle you? We could increase this thing all the way up to a 300mm actually. That's not bad. Though that will drop the fire rate just a tad. 160. Let's go for a 200. There we go. Now it's a quad barrel 200mm. And if we're using this existing shell in that 200, it is going to be a 580 in a 20. So it's not much bigger than the previous one. Though the quad barrel means it'll be burst firing 4 shells each time. We're going to see how this works. I'll also drastically increase the fire rate as well. So let's drop it up. Let's increase it to 400 RPM to give it a burst fire effect. Let's destroy our enemy, and let's go ahead and load this in as soon as this weapon finishes reloading itself. Right cycle, uptime 78% still, in firing state. Okay, this weapon is now ready, so let's get ourselves a Gotha to shoot at. Sorry, not a Gotha, a Shrike. See how this one works now. Okay, it's taking its time to reload because... Oh. That did something. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be working all right. Admittedly, the burst fire is not for everyone, but yeah, I don't think that's doing too badly at all. With sustained rather than burst. Let's check its stats out really quick now. It is capable of a 28 RPM, so it's definitely slower firing than previously. Let's drop the fire rate to 28. It's slower than before. If we're going to go with 28 rather than the quad burst, we can actually drop it back down to multi-barrel or maybe even a single barrel. Let's see, what are you set at? You are currently at a 200mm. So let's go ahead and lock the gauge at 200mm and try some testing. So right now we're at 28. If I drop the barrels down to 2, we are... I thought so. It is per barrel, actually. I was wondering if the stats changed to reflect number of barrels, but it doesn't. So yeah, it's 28 RPM per barrel. 214 per shot. Wait. Yeah, rate of fire doesn't reflect barrels, number of barrels. So it's a per barrel calculation. The limit is the auto loaders, actually. I can increase the autoloaders by 50% quite easily within the existing turret shape, so let's do that. There we go, so now I've got 6. The fire rate is now at 42. Cooling limit is at 41 RPM. So yeah, we're definitely overcooled actually right now. The multi-barrel does actually give better cooling multiplier. Okay. You can't armor under the cannon, it'll get popped by HE even with a metal cap. Yeah, the HE will get in through the turret block, won't it? So that drops it below 200. So if I do that, yeah, the 42 RPM is still restricted by that. Alright, so yeah, let's see what this one looks like, but it's got a better fire rate though. Just got to remember it's 42, so that means an 84 RPM is what the system is actually capable of. I think. Give me a strike. Yeah, I think that's working. Turret templates. How do you mean turret templates, Damon? Yeah, I deliberately made the plane invulnerable because I wanted to see how well it could track it. Oh, it's actually called the AI out. Okay. One thing change I think I'll make is 580. I'm going to change it to a HE head rather than a flak head. Because then we get an indirect hit's going to be less damaging, but it's got a more powerful HE blast in there as well, just to help ensure it does actually do some damage to it. And then I think I'm happy with that one. So that works okay. Like the spin block template platform from FTD Workshop. Oh, I see. Actually, there is something I want to grab for this platform, which I really do want to actually have on here. Which is, I want to... Where did I save it? I think it was under current design, so it is, though current is by no means current. Level... Where is it? Weapon builder 4, no. That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So yeah, if you guys recognize this, then congrats. This is a Wellner's old weapon platform. Because I'm going to be completely shameless and I'm going to nick his cram cakes. Because I'm a complete and utter bugger that way. And because they are absolutely awesome. Okay. And since what I'm building is a weapon fort, I want this stuff for my fort, so I'm going to nick it. Also because I never paint stuff, I'm getting rid of the paint. This does kind of touch on the request way back, like build an efficient cram, because these things are the bomb for efficient cram work. I still so totally disagree with when a Wellner was told to shut up because he has no idea what he's talking about, because that's just not true at all. And I'm going to build the cake like that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm nicking all this stuff, obviously, but I'm going to build it into an actual cake and then have this on one of the platforms. Just because it deserves to be there. Though I think I might as well load in the quote-unquote dragon cannon as well. Just because it needs to be there as well. Right. Anyway, as I said, I'm fairly happy with that small AA, so any thoughts on which of my to-do list I should go for next? I'm just thought I should ask and get an opinion there. (11 by 11 bases). Small AA versus the Kingfisher you sent me? Sure. I don't want to be spacing there, I want to be spacing here. What's this one? This one is a 9x9 triple and even. Triple. 9x9. Okay, what's the next one? 9x9 triple, 9x9 even. Then the last ones were a 7x7 even, a 5x5 even, and a basic. So the cake grows thinner as it gets to the top. Uh, 5x5 even. Though I would note that this platform doesn't actually include a Wellner's 3x3 stack system, which I think I'll build next to it as well. Because it wouldn't be a fortress if it didn't include that, I don't think. going to make it off-center too. Yeah. Okay. You want the even barrel one? Prefab grab. He improved his 5x5, making it 3D. Yeah. Sadly, I don't have any of the other stuff, so this is like pretty old at this point. But it still works really well though, so I'm happy with it. Cake of cram grows larger. The entire layer going in now. Okay, right, let's gather this one up now. Basic cram, 5x5, and 7x7. Delete, grab, which now goes onto here, like so. Delete, increase the size a little bit to grab it. There we go. Okay, got it. It's on the workshop. Nice. Okay, that's the cake I wanted to grab. It took me a while to put the delicious cake together, layer by layer, but that's okay. So that's all of that, which I will now transfer across to this fortress. I think I'll put this on the aft platform, because it's a massive pile of cram pieces. So yeah, why not? Taking a bit to copy it in, so I'm afraid I'm not quite done torturing your ears right yet, but don't worry, this is only a temporary thing. Oh, don't say the prefab didn't take the signs. No, it did not. Okay, good. There's cram cakes. Well, there's cram cakes. Extra spicy. Well, there's cram cakes. Extra spicy. Okay. And because it's not on the platform, I will build his 3x3 stack out now. So. Get the mirror mode in, because this thing is awesome and I basically use it as the background for every single cram I work on, honestly, if there's no real size to the cram system, because I like it a lot. But this thing makes crams that are so effective. I can't say that enough, honestly. But as soon as I understood that this build pattern from a well-known, I've used it ever since. There we go. The original 3D 3x3 pit thing. A masterpiece of cram engineering. Yes. Haha. Great British Bake Off. Yep, we have the extra spicy cram cakes from well now we need from the competition we need a kingfisher pie from Razul. Yes, baked to perfection and will now be liberally grilled with extra explosives for our convenience. Or something. Look, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. ASO1 Kingfisher, grabbed and set. Okay. Sadly, we need to get rid of a wellness fort now because we've got what we wanted from it. So, yeah, goodbye, wellness fort. Actually, before we bring in the Kingfisher pie, we should probably bring in the grilled dragon torte and attach it to the platform because I don't have it saved anywhere, I don't think. It's an in-progress weapon, so it does need work, so I might as well attach it now, save time later. I think I saved it as the ogre cannon. Yes, I did. It immediately splashes into the ocean because it's not stabilized anywhere, but that's okay. Save the sub-object as the dragon meter cannon. Got it. And then this thing will just be randomly attached to the back here because why the hell not? Sub-object mode, grab the dragon cannon. So there we go, there's that thing. Right, get rid of the original one as well. Yes. But yeah, this is the latest cram cannon I've worked on. And it's actually not bad at all. It's still very much a work in progress though, so yeah. I'll leave that one be for the moment. Right, we need to get the Kingfisher in here. Load a vehicle for me. I need to find the Kingfisher, which is in the viewing. Kingfisher? Kingfisher. Spawn it as a deepwater guard vehicle. Why the heck are these tooltips popped up? It's got it's stealth apparently. I didn't know you'd made a stealth plane. All right. Oh dear. I don't know why those tooltips have flipping popped up there, but still that's not too bad. Anyway, let's cut loose with the AA gun on it. On, you're on. Oh. I think it's dead. Yeah. Okay. Deep hard. Oh, unfortunately I overlapped them all. Plenty of block confetti though. Oh dear. I didn't mean to do that. But I think going to the HE frag shell route has improved that gun a little bit. So at the very least, yeah, I think I'm content with that gun as it stands right now. And because it's actually got a small ammo pattern, I can actually load that onto the underside of it as well. Just so it's always got its ammo with it. So yeah, gunpowder casing, timed fuse, and then it was a flak head and a HE nose. There we go. So it's going to always have its ammo blueprint with it, and I think that's worthy. Yay! Stealth biplane, yeah. Tooltips are only show when in pause or build mode. Oh, I get you. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this weapon system as it stands. Should probably get rid of all enemy vehicles if I'm honest. Okay. Destroy all enemy vehicles. There we go. Sorted. And unfortunately this weapon is not going to be the best protected from side on, but it shouldn't really be being hit from side on anyway. So, yeah. I also wish that obliques actually came in corner pieces as well. That'd be kind of nice. But they don't, so hey. Square corners, just gonna round this out a little bit. Admittedly, the upper deck is somewhat exposed. That can't really be helped too much. Actually, it can be helped a little bit. Let's help it a little bit with being too exposed. That sounds like a good idea. There we go. Nice little boxy AA gun, which actually works pretty well. What's its inaccuracy actually? Inaccuracy is 0.26. That is actually very high accuracy. If I just put a little tip on it, 0.23, so slightly more accurate, but yeah, it just looks a little bit better, I think. And let's give it a little bit of resting angle as well. Final angle of 10 degrees. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that one actually. One AA gun. Sorted. The community needs to do a BTWE, better job teaching the game. Well, yeah, better job teaching the game is, yeah, kind of needed. Let's grab this thing. I'm going to, since it's got its own internal ammo set as well, I'm just going to save it as is, as save the construction it's building on as the AA 200mm HE flak. And I'm going to put it somewhere. I think I'll just bolt this onto the back platform for the time being, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to bolt it onto the back here. So it can sit quite happily right there. Also gives the kind of impression, because it's a deck gun, so it's... On some smaller ships it might be considered a primary weapon, like maybe on an export. It's a little bit on the bulky side. But yeah, that's I think that's not turned out too badly. The Kingfisher, yeah, it does look pretty nice, Raz, and I'm pretty sure Existence appreciates that. Though its survivability is definitely not that good once it gets picked up. Yep, I'm happy with that. Now then, I feel like there is something we do need to do, which is the fact that Raz's battleship has not had anything fired at it yet. So I think it's a good time to bring the Dragon Cannon out, and so you guys can at least see it doing something, rather than me spawn it and just leave it there. So let's go ahead and get Raz's ship out. Cerberus, I summon you. Okay. And we need to fit this thing with, of course, a target simulator on the base piece. So AI main, click, sim, click, turn it off, invulnerable. Give me 2 minutes up with you, please. Thank you. And here comes the Dragon Cannon. Wait, did that not activate? Oh, I didn't activate it. Ah. Yeah, that small AA gun is literally just a bolt-on turret. Oh, the entire platform is turning, that's why. Also, I think the Dragon Cannon is stuck on the cram cake. Yeah, it is. It's stuck on the cram cake. Oh well. How ignoble. Oh, well, this thing's not actually meant to be on a flipping 360 turret mount here anyway, so... eh. Sub-Orbit give me a new Ogre Cannon. Well, Dragon Cannon. Thank you. And this time it's not going to get stuck. Hopefully. Yeah, the Dragon Cannon. Kind of an oddity, but there were some guys on the Discord saying they liked the appearance of it and wanted me to try and build some more stuff in the style. So, I don't know. Oh wow, it did 588 explosive with that blast. It's not the... well, it wasn't built for efficiency, honestly. Let's turn off the Cerberus's indestructibility, at the very least. But, yeah, the cannon is not exactly the best thing. Oh! Shredded a bit of armor. Okay. Unfortunately, the time was up already on that because we kind of faffed around a bit, so let's go ahead and activate that again for another 2 minutes. What's the range on this thing going right now? The range is actually slightly like 1,400 meters. I didn't really intend it to work this kind of range. Okay, it's Raz's battleship. I think it's like I'll give it some manoeuvring at least, so it moves a bit closer. But yeah, the Dragon Cannon is definitely outside its effective range. I am sorry. I know it's not. The cannon looks impressive, but it's definitely only a mid-range weapon at best. It's not really meant to try and engage stuff at any kind of distance. So it's honestly doing a fairly poor job. I think because it's targeting below the waterline, actually. Did I set the AI for that? AI target prioritization. No, I want the aim point select. No, you are willing to target below the waterline. I don't want you doing that. There's also the fact it's a high-X cannon going up against a heavily armoured battleship, so it's not going to be the best. The lambs on the BB aren't doing anything. No, they are not. Wait. Of course it's one of yours. It has a laser AMS. But yeah, I'm not seeing any activity from it, though. How curious. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's enough of that. You guys got to see the Dragon Cannon being totally ineffective. That's fine. So, next weapon system. What should I work on next? Let's check the wall of random and have a look-see. I wish these things didn't constitute obstructions, but they do. Mid-sized cram. That was one small AA weapon. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and delete that one out of the to-do list. Okay. Decent cram. I'm not going to count the Dragon as a decent cram because it's actually not built for maximum efficiency. For some strange reason. Also, it's really bulky and hard to fit to an existing craft, so no. Steel valve turret, mine launcher. I'm thinking, well, no, a mine launcher. We want for a mine launcher. We really want an ejector launcher system, don't we? Anti-capture weapon, big pack, mid-sized cram, anti-ship, anti-brawler, anti-small ship, complete symmetrical 3-barrel. Try the mine launcher. Okay. I'm thinking missile system for this, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Dan. Ejector with medium to large missiles, no thruster. I'm just pondering how big to build this thing. Well, there's no harm in building several versions, is there? Okay, let's see. Large missile as a grenade. This is true. the IFF for this. And the staggered fire as well, actually. So we need this thing to be fully fitted. Which means we need a connector set there. And then it's going to be missile parts. Okay, see you later then, Mazul. Yeah, the new jet sound is not bad, honestly. I'm definitely okay with it. I think 3's probably enough for now. We need the gantries, of course. But this is definitely not going to be a powerful one. Okay, so we want a mine piece and we want a charge. Those are the absolute minimums. So mine magnets. Additionally, we want a, well, ideally we want a buoyancy part as well, but they'll bounce around okay. 100 meters starts after 10 seconds. Warhead arms after 1. That sounds okay. We want an explosive. I'm guessing explosive warhead on it. Okay, so this thing will have a 1,700 HE within 9 meters. Not much of a mine, if I'm honest. Okay, let's pull out the Cerberus actually. So you can be pulled out. We want something to be lobbing our mines at. Give me the favourite, give me the regular, give me the Marauder. Everyone's favourite punching bag. That's target distance 400, it's only traveled 200 meters, so let's give the Marauder autonomy to move, so it'll try to close in a little bit. Okay. Splash, 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 yeah. The problem is it has to get fairly close to the target, so I'm thinking increase the magnet range. Oh, nope, there they go. Yeah, definitely increase the magnet range. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad actually. It's a dinky little mine launcher. I do think we want to have the better magnet. We'll also increase the, well, reduce the delay, so it's 5 seconds after ignition. Warhead arms after half a second. That should be good. It's not exactly a heavy-duty system, but hey, it works, I think. All it needs now is some metal plating to help. Do think about its appearance. And of course, that thing is wrong. Okay. Yeah, I do believe we've got a little mine launcher. Okay, that was not too bad. More ejectors. To be honest, that was kind of like just a small one, so that's why I don't think more ejectors is going to be that helpful for this. It does... It's only got a limited range as well. Yep, that's working okay, I think. I quite like the look of it, though. And it's also pretty fast firing, too. I mean, what's its reload? It fires every 10 seconds. Yep. So, dinky little mine launcher. Which is, again, easily bolted onto just about any ship you can imagine, I think. Okay, should I build a bigger mine system? Way too large a radius. Question. Well, it helps the mines. They launch at 50 meters per second, so 200 meters. The mines activate actually just as your ship is out of range by just launch velocity. Also, that's why they have an IFF. I don't know if that affects the mine or not, but the enemy should be closer, if I'm honest. Well, let's fire and see how far they go. Distance travel, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, so they easily travel. They easily travel the distance to get out of range for the magnets. So if this thing is firing, it should be only firing at something like maybe 300 meters away with how it's built. But yeah, I don't think this one's going to come back and bite you too hard. Okay, let's see. I guess that leaves working on a bigger mine launcher now, doesn't it? I can't use the stacked turrets, so it's going to have to be a... Yeah, let's build a heavier one. Let's build a 5x5. Once again have to be working with the spin block then. This time though, for maximum range, we will be going with a 45-degree ejector. And we'll also be increasing the velocity of payloads. Here, which means the connection needs to be here. Small flag mines. Yeah, you did indeed warn me. You've tried it. Okay, so yeah, I guess it probably could do with the radius being reduced on the mines. I just don't really use magnets much, so I wasn't too sure. Small frag mines are crazy good. Okay. Alright, let's try this one then. Let's try a small mine system for the heavier turret. We'll give them ejectors, of course. We'll also greatly increase the number of barrels because, well, it's a bigger turret. We need to have more stuff on it, obviously. Missile controller will sit here. I guess if mines don't work with IFF, we don't need an IFF piece, do we? Okay, this is going to be a magnet. Use for mines, depth charges. And then the rest of it's just going to be, apart from a regulator, it's the rest of it's just going to be massive frag mine. Because why not? Lifetime 40 seconds. Massive amount of frag. Yeah, there was a weapon called the Hedgehog, which fired a whole load of mines out. So that's 10 seconds. Max range 100. I'll leave it as that to +8 damage. I will, however, increase the angle of the frag to 120 on impact. Okay. So 11 fragments of 1000 damage per frag in a 110-degree frag cone. According to this, even though it's all 120s. Okay, whatever. Right, that should work okay. What's the ejection speed? 75. Okay, let's go ahead and test this one then. Oh, it needs a bigger firing angle, of course. 90-degree firing angle. That should be good. Literally just fell on it. Okay. Unfortunately, it's a little bit far for this, I think. Oh, no, there they go. Okay. Fine, let's see what a full volley does for this. Is this enough mines? I think that's the question now, isn't it? Oh, they're actually falling on it. That's interesting. I have never seriously tried much with mine launchers, I must admit. One thing's for sure though, I wouldn't like to be chasing a ship with one of these things on it. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let's see if we can prettify this thing up a little bit. Definitely a much bulkier system. But I think some similar metal plating will work quite well for it. So, decor, metal plates. Let's just plate the sides of it up. Unfortunately, there is this large ejector assembly poking out the top of it, which is a bit of an issue. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Just need to put the corners on it. With no thrusters, yeah, without a thruster, missiles are a lot harder to be picked up with a detection system. Quite. Oh, I know. Let's go ahead and put 2 meter pieces in. And a 1 meter in. I do wish the railings were a bit more convenient to use, if I'm honest. They aren't really all that good. At least, maybe I should say they are pretty good. It's just that they sometimes get in the way a lot. At least that's how I feel about them. I don't know how much people might agree with that one, but yeah, I do feel like they kind of get in the way sometimes. Yeah, there we go. I think that's alright. Yeah, that launches a large number of frag mines out. Looks like you'd rather have launch doors on it. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Gantry hatches. Okay, though this does mean I need to reset everything, unfortunately. So mine magnets, frag, warheads, and I've got to set them up to 120s again, because, yeah. There we go. And all set. So there we go. And the shoal of mines just goes and does stuff. Okay, right. Come with a bomber that used that weapon system? Definitely could do. I mean, honestly, I'd probably build it into like a circling gunship, and then the turret would launch the mines at the target. That's kind of what I would do to it. But what if I was to do this? There is a turret style I'm thinking of doing. So let's go ahead and actually do this. Might as well because it's a weapon fort, so. New missile turret, here we go. Okay. I do hope this turret style stays a thing, though. Must admit. Give me an L turret now. I really do hope this turret style stays a thing. Okay, now missile. We need connections. Space we've got, unfortunately, because I didn't build it high enough. I can quickly correct that. Let's correct that really quick. Okay. Two-axis turret. Well, one-axis turret because this is how I'm trying to build it. But this is what I'm putting together now is a barrage missile turret, as I've been calling them. Just because it fires many missiles, which I think looks really cool, but I hope is not exploited in any way. Okay, that should be about right. Do I want 2 meter or 3 meter missiles? This will be more dangerous with 3 meters actually. Let's build 3 meter. That should be good. Then I want small missile rail launchers. Gantries. Invisible gantries. Oops, no, don't want invisibles under there. Now we need the control systems. Missile, give me the controllers, which would be tucked away in the back there. Okay. Now then, I need to install a couple of additional pieces, of course. I'm not going to bother with IFF. I do want staggered fire module though. So I think I'll install that now. 5 setting. Okay, let's get some missiles into this thing. So, I am going to use a variable thruster because it's required, a couple of fins on either end. I think, actually, let's go with a couple of fins either end. I'll go with fuel tank. Sorry, rem guidance. Then I'll go with a fuel tank. And this is going to be a high frag missile. Right, what's our thrust duration? 12 seconds. Okay, 12 seconds on that. 115 variable thruster. Lots of frag. This thing's going to really hurt when it gets there. Could go with a regulator on it, but instead I'm going to increase the speed a little bit to get the thrust down. I wish there was a way to just change the frag settings on all installed warheads, or just tune all warheads rather than selecting each module individually. I think that would be a good quality of life improvement for this. Well, for any launcher, really. There we go. Right. Missile control. You have a 10-degree firing window. Same for you. 10 degree. I need to save and move the missile across, actually. Save, small frag, yes. Move it across to this launcher. Load the small frag into it, yes, and then spread. Okay, got it. Then I think we've got decorations. Right. Yeah, sorry if I'm being a bit quiet. Just trying to slap this thing together, and I think I'm getting towards the end of the stream at the moment. Might do one more system before I go. So yeah, if you guys have any thought on what you want the last thing to be that I build, then I guess now's the time to let me know, isn't it? Right, just gonna put a little bit more in there. There we go. That's more or less it. A missile barrage turret, which is what I'm very fondly calling it, because I do like this thing. I really do. And as I said, I do hope it continues to be a thing in From the Depths as well, because it's a very good, very interesting launcher style. Okay. I have target practice and I barely even use them. Yeah, that's because I've not been testing guns that are really good against those things, though. So that's why I've not been using them much. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, I didn't set them for 0.1 warhead activation, did I? I did not. Okay, 0.1 warhead activation. Set those for that as well. But yeah, this is a 48 tube missile, 48 salvo missile launcher. Doesn't really look it, but yeah. it can do quite a bit in a very short time if it starts landing its hits. Just make sure nothing's going off prematurely in there. Doesn't look like it is, no. Okay. So yeah. Right, let's go ahead and destroy the Marauder. Let's go ahead and load it. Well, I don't want to use the Osaka because it keeps has a nasty habit of turning its guns on, if I'm honest. So you did mention that there was a control room in there which I could get at to stop it from doing that. Where was that control room? It's not up here, is it? No, that's just where okay, stripped out everything. Let's have a look. Where is the control room which has the system which turns on the things? You said it was in there somewhere. Center of the ship, above the waterline, center of the hull. So around above the waterline. So the hull is about here. I think my game's starting to slow down a bit now. Okay. Above the hull. Oh, so it's somewhere up here. Unfortunately, you painted everything, so I'm struggling to spot it. It's not here, is it? No. Not seeing it. This is, I don't know where to look exactly to try and find this stuff. Find the AI and you'll find it. So I need to find the AI core. Where's the AI core? AI core, AI core. Where is... somewhere in the middle. Honestly, I would have built the AI core buried somewhere in the heart of the ship, so... That's why I'm wary of it being in the middle of the laser AMS, so... Have I looked at it? Also shift feed. Yes, I have shift feed. It takes a moment for the system to work out what the heck it's doing. I just passed it. Oh, great. Really? Also, apologies if your stream dropped there. There seemed to be some kind of error. I think it was YouTube side, but... Okay, let's see. Am I just being blind or something? Oh, wait, is that them? What do? You do nothing, actually. So you're not what I'm looking for. The back of the back of the superstructure. So around here. Oh. spin block ATVs. Not what I'm looking for. Dummy for a dummy. Yeah, I am feeling very dumb because when I'm trying to find things like this, I often feel like I'm looking for a needle in a haystack or something. I can't, just struggle to even see it. I actually find it quite somewhat irritating. That's not it. A little bit. Is it up here? I feel like I'm being such an idiot or something. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just behind... You saw... I just saw the AI. It's not on the super, inside the... Oh. Okay, found it. Wow. I feel even dumber now. Thank you for that. Jeez. Right, 120. Activate. Okay. Unfortunately, it would be nice if my fortress was actually facing the correct direction as well, wouldn't it? Vehicle controller. Give me the vehicle control, please. I need to turn this craft around because it is doing its own thing pretty insistently. It's also very slow. Oh dear. But we've got a hostile Iowa battleship which is very graciously not firing at us, and we need to kill it. Dear God, this thing is slow to turn. I need to. I really didn't build this thing for manoeuvring in mind. Okay, that should be enough. Right. Volley. Fire. Oh. AMS system. A couple of missiles got through there. Okay, so your laser AMS can neutralize most of a 48 missile barrage. Or so it seems. Though some of them are actually getting through. Yeah, it's in the Yamato, not an Osaka. I don't know why I called it an Osaka, if I'm honest. But yeah, did anyone have did anyone mention one last thing for me to build before I stop? Or did I miss it with the stream briefly crashing? Okay, with them change direction a bit like that was kind of not working. Okay. Yeah, I just like the ability of this turret to fire so many missiles at once. Oh. If the full barrage hits, it can actually punch through the outer hull. Yeah, the alarms rework maybe. You got to remember though that this is 48 small missiles hitting inside maybe a couple of seconds. So this is actually a very dense deluge of missiles, which you normally wouldn't face. So yeah, it's kind of a rare thing, if I'm honest, that. Let's just pop this. Oh wait, I need to be back on the sort of base object. I do miss it not putting you back onto the base object when you save a new sub-object. That's kind of a lost thing, I think. There we go. Okay, right, let's see. 3 layers of metal and a layer of heavy armor. Thanks. I think that's more impressive, isn't it? Because I was using 3-meter long small missiles to do it as well. I mean, that's all that turret's armed with. 3-meter long small missile launcher. Dan is saying use the cake. Okay. Cake time. Let's double up actually and build a symmetrical 3-barrel. Since that was another one of the things on the to-do list, let's do that. Since a wellness cake includes triple barrel options, we might as well use it. So that's what I'm thinking. How big do we want this thing to be? Didn't you say like a mid-sized turret, Dan? That'd be like either a 9 or a 7, if I recall. Okay. Well, if we don't go with mechanism armoring for it, which will reduce the durability but allow it to be a bit more compact. A good flak one would shut down that missile barrage fairly handily, Dammer. So it depends what it's up against. A laser AMS is not really meant for use against the small missiles anyway. It's more for medium missiles, if I recall. Yeah, okay, let's go for a 9-meter triple barrel, which is this layer here. And we'll go for convenience unarmored as well. Nine by 9. Let's take out the slice of the cake. There we go. And we will build it over here. So this particular turret design will be completely reliant on. Let's build a 1 meter axis turret as well. Prefabbing. Let's see. Nothing is particularly going to get broken by this, is it? No, there's just going to be 1 pellet loader out of position for the effects on it. Oh wait, that's in the wrong place, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, that's actually going to be a cram connector knocked out if we do this. That means we kind of want this thing to actually be set above the turret piece, so we might as well go for a heavier turret base with it. Let's go with Let's go for a 3-meter. It's going to have to sit on top, so the turret base itself is going to be recessed. Just get this thing lined up properly. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Okay. go 4-barrel. Yeah, I would like to do that demo, but I think I'm going to build a 3-barrel because that was just one of the things on the to-do list as well. So, a mid-sized. The thing is, I'd consider like a 4 or 5 meter cake. Sorry, a 5 meter deep is definitely a mid-sized as far as I'm concerned. Though, actually, I tend to build deeper ships, so I'd normally go towards 7 or 8 meter deep. I don't know. How tall of a turret do you think is a mid-size, Dan? Since we're working with a 9x9 internal mechanism. I mean, some people go for a shallow but wide setup. 6 meter deep? Okay. I'm not going to count the turret base in that, by the way, because this thing needs an extended out turret base underneath it. So I'm going to go 5, which means I'm going to use the 6 to condense it into the turret neck. And then from there we're going to see what we've got. Okay, so connectors. One there, 1. There's 3. How many do you even have actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these in total. Okay, so that means that each of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is 9, isn't it? Pretty sure it's 9. Which makes it a bit awkward actually for connection purposes. That's 1, 2, and this will be the third one for it to connect to. This one is connected to 1. 2, 3, which means this one is going to be 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Right, so that's all evenly distributed among the things, so let's give it a 2 meter base piece, I suppose, which means this is going to be like the actual turret cap itself. Okay. Which means this thing now needs to start spreading out again. And I guess like this. Actually, that's the turret center. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's going to have to be a 3, isn't it? So let's build it like this. Okay, let's see. 1.47, 1.47, 1.47. Yeah. That is more or less even right now. There are different ratios because there's different distributions of loaders among these three, sadly. Maybe I should, yeah, let's pull this uneven arrangement out of it again and just try again, I think. This thing is just not really well suited for working with the turret neck, is it? Actually, you know what? Maybe... No, I don't think there's any way to get an even distribution among all the pieces. Not with how it's designed. Yeah, the thing is though, damn it, if you recall, I think that the 3 meter thing was actually Benzo's request. So, yeah. If his head explodes from this, it's kind of his own fault. If we bring them all close together like that, then we can do it like this, I think. So let's put L barrels. And let's see, then we need the most drivens. Then just regulars. Okay. That's not going too bad, is it? Hi, Lauren. Welcome to the stream. Let's get the gauge up. What is this? This is a 1,225s. Okay, so I've definitely messed up the balancing somewhere. Okay. Right. There we go. Treble 1225. I think it might be a bit squashed together though, so I think I need to switch this over a little bit to just spread it out a bit more. Still, I think it's working out okay so far. Okay. There we go, that looks a bit better. They were a bit too close for how big the gauge was getting. But that shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Now, another issue is just how unevenly the stuff is spread out right now. But it's all hardeners on the outside and then HEs on the inside layers. So let's go ahead and just convert it entirely to a HE crap. Which I think will reduce the effective HP of the shells, but yeah. Oh well. Can't be helped, I suppose. Now, extra pieces. We do want laser targeters installed on all this. So that needs to be done. I'll just whack those on top there. We also need the fusing boxes to rig these things for timed detonation, because that makes them more efficient. Let's put a couple of the fusing boxes down here. Time for launch. Time for launch. Time for launch. And I'll attach one in the back in the center here. Time for launch. Okay. I think we can just rank the gauge up, honestly. What am I working on right now? I am working on the last build for this stream, which is going with two things from my to-do list. The first thing to do is from Dan Tucker, which is make a mid-sized cram cannon. So this is not too bad. Is there ammo on this thing? I don't think there is, actually. No, there is not. Okay, that needs to be fixed. This thing is a bit odd in its distribution, actually. That's kind of going to be an issue. So yeah, there is that. The other thing is a request from Benzo to make an evenly built 3-barreled turret. Which is in the works. 9.05. I gave you a 4-stack. I just want to replace this one under here. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tricky, actually. I wish I was working on a 4-barrel, actually, rather than a 3-barrel. Because everything's so kind of like distributed unevenly throughout this entire thing. Especially because we've got multiple turrets sharing just about everything. So that's causing a few issues. So if I do anything to try and boost the reload speed of the central cannon, it's going to boost the reload speeds of the side cannons as well. Which is not the best, if I'm honest. Like the ammo box I just installed in the center here, which is connected to the central cannon, but it's also connected to the side cannons as well for half the effect. Which is going to do something to it. If I install these on the sides here, that should have half effect on the sides as well. So that should even it out, right? That's 10.46, and no, it's still gnomes. Ah, I can't. Oh no, this is not going to be even. Curse you, Benzo. Curse you to heck. Curse you to heck. This is going to bug me now about this thing. So that's now 9.5 on the center. Could it be? It is 9. According to this, all the 3 turrets are now identical in like reload time. Okay, this deserves testifying. Oh. I built it sideways. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, darn it. Okay, easy fix though. Whoops. You didn't see nothing. I didn't make a mistake. Not at all. Definitely a sign I've been going too long on this though. Okay. As soon as this goes, I can see I'm placing it properly. I was. Okay. Oh, I kind of... yeah, forgot about that. Okay. Oh, and I'm rebuilding it sideways as well, which is perfect. What is wrong with me? Oh, jeez. It needs to be that way. Yeah, that way. What's the cost of it? Well, right now it's not final because we're like still doing internal mechanisms and stuff. Also, I'm thinking of increasing the gauge further, so it's going to hit a bit harder, fire a bit slower, yada yada. But I'll see about getting a cost in a moment. Okay, to reasonably increase the gauge a little bit, we can tack some stuff onto the top here, I think. Actually, no, we're gauging the centre bit up is going to be kind of tricky. Bolt some stuff onto there. So these are now treble 1320 in terms of its size. But because of its awkward arrangement, actually, if I move that like that looks like a small split, which will let me put a piece in there, and let me put pieces in there for 1364. 14. Yeah. 1400mm. Okay. As for cost, well, the total fortune is almost $500,000. I think I need to save the sub-object though, don't I? Yeah, okay, right now it's at 9,500 materials for this thing. 11 seconds. 11 seconds. That doesn't seem too bad overall, actually. Let's get to test firing the thing. Oh, are you aware? Your role as a punching bag is required. Okay. Is that only 2 shells? It was. Why didn't the 3rd cannon fire? No reason it wouldn't have, actually. Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, this is... Well, first off, the laser is definitely stopping these. Second off, I don't know why it's only firing 2 shells instead of 3. Which is odd, to say the least. I've not mixed up my connections, have I? No, I don't think I have. Weird. Very, very weird. Zero ammo in the middle. Oh! So it is. How did that happen? Especially since there's ammo boxes plugged straight into it. Unless they're being claimed by something else. Ah. I seriously regret trying to build this thing as a 3-barrel, if I'm honest. If this was a 4-barrel or a 2-barrel, I would be a lot happier with it. Mainly because I'm used to building 4-barrel or 2-barrel. 3-barrel is a bit of an oddity. Let's grab something from somewhere else really quick, actually. Sub-objects. 10. For you. Give me the crown cruiser. Where's the crown cruiser? There's always this one. Why can't that tag it? Oh, because I spawned it as a flipping enemy. Okay. My bad. Ground cruiser spawn as my team, please. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. This is one I kind of went to town on a little bit. So it's a bit bigger, a bit bulkier. This is 30,000 to build this one. It's also a bigger system as well in general. But yeah, it's a quad 2,000mm. So I think this will, as far as Dan's metric was concerned, I think this will count as a large one. It's definitely quite a bit bulkier than that one. It's also got a bunch of sub-turrets and things on it just because reasons. Oh, the thing is run out. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if this one can get past the Iowa's defensive fire. Not really. No, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think this thing is blowing up its own cram shells. I was not expecting that one. Okay. Let's jump off the side turret something real quick then. Oh my. It wasn't meant to do that. Ugh. But yeah, I think that it was just detonating its own shells. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Still getting intercepted, but it's not blowing its own shells up now, so that's good. But the Iowa's defense lasers are definitely more than up to shells of this scale. Well, this strength rather. I'm not sure how strong they are, honestly. Shell health. Where does it say shell health? I'm not sure how strong the shells are anymore. Since that's one thing to do is change some strengths around a bit. I wonder if adding some hardness or something would make the shells a bit more durable. Or maybe it's just like because of the sheer volume. Okay. Right. Dan Tucker, you said 10k you'll have 2. Dan, are you on the Discord? Let's build some 9. I'll grab the 9 and I'll quickly slap together a new one. So yeah, that's a random thing. I'm not too sure about its effectiveness, but hey, details. Right, you are going to be modified into something a bit better, which won't meet Benzo's requirement of a 3-barrel turret, because honestly those are just a bit more of a pain. Don't know why I agreed to do that, honestly. Wait, is that the same base piece? Oh, I messed up somewhere. 9x9 triple, 9x9 even. I grabbed the same piece, didn't I? Of course I did. Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. Wow, I'm making all the mistakes right now. Okay, right. Put this down, it is going to evenly distribute among the things, so I can actually drop this down a layer. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is going to be that's a 6-meter depth on the central core. Now I need to grab the pieces and bring them together. I think I'm going to make it a twin barrel, just because that's relatively simple to do. So yeah, I'm going to twin barrel it. I'm just going to work this into the top of the system. Like so. In fact, I could quite reasonably take this into a quad barrel, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take it into a double barrel. Just by digging into the cake a little bit and doing that to it. So there we go. Now let's twin it up, let's give it a little bit of a neck. And then it's going to be... I think I'm going to put the fine pieces... Yeah, there. L... motors... regular barrel, and then heavy end cap. Like that. Right, that's all connected up evenly. We need ammo supplies for them, which are going to be installed in these two sides here. So sadly this is not going to be symmetrical, but hey, we can't have everything, can we? At the very least, these things are going to have decent fire rates on them. Okay. Interesting how I connect a 4-barrel. Almost identical, actually. I would have just moved it. Rather than linking it into a pair, I would build like a... Honestly, I would prefer to have it like one in each corner in a 3x3 coming up from it. That's how I would have done that. gauge this. This is 1270. I think I can do a little bit more than this. So this is a dual 1600. It's actually maybe a bit too bulky, so let's drop it down slightly. There we go, the barrels don't quite overlap now, so that's a dual 1500. Okay. It's already got a basic turret head on it because of the armor plating, but I think that's not too bad, all in told. More importantly, it's actually firing on both cylinders. Turns pretty quickly as well. Its fire rate is 10.9, so it fires about as fast as the previous one. Even though it's slightly higher caliber, I think it's more powerful because of that. It's also a bit more compact. What's the cost on it though? Sub-object mode. Delete that. Let's see how much this particular turret costs. This one is 9,100. So it's actually slightly cheaper than the previous one as well. Okay. Okay, yeah, so Dan, you said you wanted this. How can I get it to you? This particular little turret mechanism. Or it's just seeing me put it together on stream enough that you can try to recreate it. Also, part of me regrets this thing being a thrustercraft rather than an actual fortress because it does like to move around a fair bit. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Why do I have links disabled? Wait, do I have links disabled? I don't remember doing that. Edit, Stippy. Yeah, if you get a wellness platform, yeah, you can recreate it pretty easily. Links disabled. I do not see an option for that. Allow embedding. Use review ratings on the video. Discord. My dashboard. I don't know what's going on here now. But yeah, if you're up to, if you know how to get one of those things put together, though, I'm glad I helped out at that least. Yeah, I'm not seeing any options for the chat right now. Live chat, low mode, licensing, deedle. No. I don't see an option to enable links, so I'm not sure where to find that one. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, I'm afraid if you're okay with that, then Dan, then I think that's actually, yeah, I think that's actually end of stream. So I think things have turned out okay. We've certainly got a few different weapon systems put together, and we got a platform which committed assault on everyone's ears. So that's good. No, it's a really sluggish beast, though, must admit. So yeah, this has been AM3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed dropping in and joining me for this little building session. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Dad. Glad I could help out a little bit. But yeah, see you all later.